back for this very last episode of our Watchmaking Roadtrip adventure. Unfortunately, no crazy visit this time, but a little summary of this great experience and a bit of an opinion too. So as you guys have probably understood, one of my main goals here with the Watches TV is to be as inclusive as possible. I want to open all the doors of not only these fancy brands, but also all these other indispensable players of the watchmaking industry and take you along and show you what it's all about. But watchmaking has been very secretive at this for a very long time and still is, and it's partly understandable. You really have to project yourself a bit in the past and what was at stake at the time. The mastery of time and the science behind watchmaking can seriously be compared to some of today's super high-tech projects, whether in the field of medicine, science, communication, you name it. And today, these players are also rather secretive about what they do, and they protect themselves with some patents and so forth. Though I quite like these open source projects that we see more and more, but I naturally understand the business dimension of everything. Anyhow, watchmaking has had an immense and direct impact on the development of our societies. Mastering time has enabled so many significant things that today we kind of simply take for granted and we forget about it. For instance, I'm an aircraft pilot myself, and when I did my training, it was only the beginning of GPS. Okay, this kind of makes me feel like an old dude. And for instance, on some of these instrument approaches that you would do going through clouds before landing, well, you really had to rely on time. Okay, often it was a digital clock, but time was at the core of making it safely to the runway or not. And a mechanical watch was a part of your minimum equipment list, such as a good old school magnetic compass. So today with modern instruments and GPS, all this is much easier and it's great. But what I mean by this is that not so long ago, the mastering of time represented something super important, and today we think is just normal. So I'm not this nostalgic type of guy. I don't look in the mirrors and say how great things were back then. I'm an optimist, an enthusiast, I embrace the future, but in our ever more so digital world and with the triumph of immediate consumerism and programmed obsolescence, I believe that this mechanical object on your wrist maintains a healthy and very important link to our past, where we come from, and celebrates in one way human ingenuity and ultimately for me keeps my hope alive for a better future. Yes, I can be a bit of an idealist too. So I love the craft, I love what it represents, and I'm convinced that even in 200 years where hopefully we'll be all flying like Superman and other crazy things, well, I'm convinced that this live mechanical object will keep its indispensable emotional and meaningful reason of being. So this high-tech dimension and the stakes behind watchmaking really represented something different at the time. And today, I know we're not saving lives when we're talking watchmaking, but I seriously think it's time for the industry to open up a little bit and have us, meaning you and me, understand better what makes this fantastic craft so special. That's my mission, and I want to share this with as many people as possible. And this Watchmaking Road Trip project precisely reflects this. So now let's go back to our guys and listen to what they've taken back home from this cool adventure.
Well, my expectations were here, and then kind of the actual achievement has been way, way, way higher.
This trip was the best experience of my life. To say the least. It was insane.
Like a dream, living a dream, really. Traveling, knowing Switzerland, knowing the other face of Switzerland, getting into more, this passion of watchmaking, and just only a trip can give that. The long miles we did together, gathering up with this group of people, doing stuff together, learn together. Will I ever have this opportunity again? I guess no.
It's been astounding. We've known people 4 or 5 days. I feel like I've known them all my life.
Surprise after surprise, I think, which was your goal. I know. I learned a lot. I have a newfound appreciation beyond what I already had. It's only solidified my interest. I'm really glad we didn't focus only on watches as well. We gave the artisans a chance. We went to the tool factories, and I think it was incredibly important to see because it gives you perspective and it gives you a true appreciation for what you're seeing.
My expectation this week was to be more on the commercial side, exploring some of the timepieces themselves and think of it of a great shopping experience, let's say. I couldn't have been more wrong about what I experienced in terms of trip, because it was all pretty emotional, and the connections I made with all the people that I have met, and the romance behind this craft that is trying to be maintained, and the passion of the people that are trying to keep it alive.
It's a great father and son moment. Sam had a camera in his hand that he knows of his existence. He knows it is very rare. To see one, to have somebody hand it to him to examine, I've never seen my son close to tears. In fact, I was emotional, seeing him as emotional as that.
I met people I never would have thought I'd meet, all in a short period of time. Master engravers, master watchmakers, CEOs of big brands, held the best of the best timepieces, met the most amazing people in the world. You blew my mind away. I didn't expect to walk into Philippe Dufour's atelier or to meet Stephen Forsey. Tried on Olivier Audemar's watch, tried on Stephen Forsey's watch, Philippe Dufour's prototype. It's not many people in the world can say that, and I'm very, very grateful that you guys gave me the opportunity of taking part in this amazing trip.
I'm still living a dream. I'm still a bit in shock, and I don't know when I'm going to come down from it, but it's been a wonderful experience.
On a personal note, I have to admit that this has been a fabulous experience, and I feel quite proud of having brought this project forward. I hope the watchmaking industry also understands the purpose of what we do, and I can tell you that all the people and the brands that we visited on this season have been rather thankful on this fresh and new insight that we managed to bring to you. Well, I'm pretty convinced that these episodes will continue to generate some nice views. They're kind of timeless, and I really want to thank everyone that participated in this journey. The participants themselves, these great guys that you got to meet a little bit better, the brands and other players of this industry we love so much, and my little team that you don't see that often in front of the camera. So thanks again, thanks to everyone, we love you all. So I sincerely hope we'll be able to pull this watchmaking road trip adventure again for a full new season. Still so much to see and share. And just a little heads up, because I will now call this not the watchmaking road trip anymore, but a mix of the two, and it will be called Watch Tripping. And we are really looking forward hosting a new group of great watch trippers. Well, we'll keep you posted on this early next year. All the best. Thanks for the great feedback we've received, really means a lot to us. Thanks for your time, and see you soon for some more exciting videos coming your way.
It saddens me to see that the watchmaking road trip has come to an end. This trip was indeed intuitive and educational, and one of the most amazing experiences of my life.
I've shared the video with a lot of people, a lot of my friends, and my authorized dealer here, the Chateau d'Ivoire, or the bijouterie where I usually buy my stuff, has never had that much business, because everyone I know is essentially buying a little bit of a timepiece. So it's good.
We made great friends that will remain in part of our lives for years and years to come.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, it just kind of reaffirmed my kind of enjoyment of the hobby, furthered my knowledge. I met really nice people that we still keep in touch with. I think we made really good friendships out of it, and I mean, you picked a really good crowd, so it was just phenomenal. I only have good memories. We have to come up with a reunion sometime.
Absolutely.
At some point in the future.
Absolutely, yeah.
I would like to thank the Watches TV family for taking such good care of us, for being such good hosts and showing us around and making us feel like home. Thank you, Matt, Louis, and the camera crew. I know you guys went through hell to make this watchmaking trip come true. Anyways, it's time for me to go. Take good care, and see you on the next trip.